Alright, welcome. So we're about to start the tournament. And let's see. Alright, welcome to this first game against HTT Crosshair. And on the top right we have Psyx Lu playing on the red side here. So it's a ZVT matchup here, and you know, possibly maybe some Moodling Lane in this map. I'm not really sure, haven't really played this map, but right now it looks kind of like a maybe a 1-1-1 on the Terran side here. Let's gas out. And let's see, Zerg is going for a pull first here. So it's gonna be a little bit of early aggression in the first part. And yeah. So Zerg is going to expand here, but he's not getting the gas first, which is, oh, there he gets the gas now. So link speed's gonna be kind of slowed down. Not gonna get that really early. So we are gonna see that Reaper going to be rallied across the map, and Lu is going to get his second command center right there. Alright, so Crosshair is gonna send 6 slings across, and he gets a Roach Warren too. So it's a plan of where he's gonna go. So it's probably gonna be a Roach timing push maybe. So the Reaper and the Lings are gonna meet up, possibly. Ooh, he just avoids them. Nice. So it looks like he's gonna delay this base right here. He's gonna snipe that SCV. It's working on the command center. Or not. Gets it, yep. That looks like he has to call back his Reaper to defend. Telling the boys to make sure you can save this command center. He does get the cancel. It's well played on him. So now it looks like he's gonna start saturating his second base, and Lu's gonna send his Reaper across the map. Ooh. He sees the Ravager cocoon, so you know he's gonna go for Ravager and Roach push here. Alright. So does Lu does cancel the base here, so you can have the minerals to be able to defend. He gets a bunker up. So he is trying to bust this top here. And does get that worker that was working on the bunker. And also, he's also going to try to snipe that add-on. He does have a couple of, there's one Marauder inside the bunker right now. The add-on and the supply depot. There is an opening now, but unfortunately does not have the forces to push it. So behind that, he does take a third. So now Lu's gonna move out with his Hellions, and he also sends the Reaper in to get some harass and see how much saturation he has on his second base here. So it's gonna look really bad for a Crosshair here. He doesn't have that many defenses. There's one queen out here on the bottom. He does get the Hellion, one Hellion. Oh, but those wings get roasted. Oh, he has two queens now on the bottom. He's almost gonna snipe the Reaper, but doesn't. Does see the third base is up now. Queen Bears just creep up right here. Try to defend the base here. So, Lu does back off. And a Cloak Banshee is going to come on the other side here. He starts it up, Cloak. But, however, he's only on one base, so pretty big commitment. So this time he looks a little bit better prepared here, but he doesn't have any roaches out on the field here to defend the Hellion aggression. Oh, now he does. He has two. And then now Lu does take his command center. He puts it down here. So he's getting set up. He has Hellbats on. He has Hellbats here, and he's gonna go try to take out this third base, possibly. Setting another dimension in there too. There's his lane, but looks like Lu has to maybe back off here. Switch on really late. However, he does have an Overseer, so you can be able to see that. So he does back off. So now Crosshair is going to go for more roaches here. Because he knows that he has a lot of Hellions, or Lu has a lot of Hellions. And, so I'm going to be getting the air upgrade for flying units for Terran. He's getting more Banshees. So Crosshair's on 2 base saturation. And he does not have an Evo chamber. Or at least I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't have an Evo chamber, so kinda behind, maybe kinda behind the upgrades, but you know, I think the numbers definitely speak for itself here. It's almost double his army supply. So he's gonna push out right now. Gonna get those Hellions and get those cancels on the third base there. And then he's forced to evacuate. He's gonna barge in front door again. There's a couple of those roaches. All right. That was a really good game. Uh, you know, Lou was stuck on one base most of the time, and when he did push out, he was, uh, Crosshair is really well defended and right there. He had the oversteer to see the cloak banshee, and in the beginning it did look kind of bad for Crosshair because he didn't have that many links to deal with the four Hellion aggression, but he was able to set that back for a little bit to delay enough for get a couple roaches out to deal with the Hellions. Yeah. And yeah, towards the 6 minute mark, like Crosshair started getting a higher army supply due to his him having more bases up and having two base saturation, and he was able to get a high, like almost double the supply in army over loot. So we're just gonna be waiting here. Alright, so maps remaining are Kerrison Rift, Eternal Youth, King's Cove, Port Alexander, Dragonshire, and Triton. So just gonna be waiting here. Alright. So just gonna be waiting for the second player. Hopefully we can get set up here. Not too sure what's going on. Just gotta wait, you know. So I'm not really familiar with these new maps, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how these games play out. So I can't really wait. Can't wait to implement these kind of strategies into my kind of play. But it's gonna be very fun. Let's see. Alright, looks like the next game is ready. It's gonna be on Port Alexander, LE. Alright. See, looks like game's about to start. Hopefully, both sides are ready. Alright, It's gonna be a ZVP matchup here. Poor Alexander. Alright, on the top left corner we have Saix Xenador playing with the yellow Protoss. And on the bottom right we have HGT Crosshair last game playing Zerg with the pink color. He does a little gas trick to get some more drones out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it does not place the pylon on the low ground, which is not something I really see, because usually it's an ABP matchup. Protoss usually puts the pylon on the low ground so they can make a little wall down there. But looks like he's gonna go gas first here, but he's gonna get his spawning pool out to supply. So he's gonna get that gas and come really fast so he can get that link speed. So this is pool first, so it's gonna be really aggressive on this map. So this probe is gonna be scouting this real soon. You're gonna see that his base is up. So it does send two. Oh, it does have a sneaky pylon over here, right outside the second base here. So this one is just to act like, ooh, it's a cannon rush here. So he's gonna have gateway and a photon cannon here. So that probe was just to distract him and be like, oh, it was a normal scout timing here. So he doesn't really see that. And yeah, there's the forge. Missed that, sorry. But so I don't think Crosshair really sees this. But now he does. As you can see, he's photon cannon starting up. That's looking pretty bad right now. He only has a couple of wings on the way. And then also gas stole him, so he's not gonna be able to use Ravagers to break out easily, because he was stuck on that one gas right there. So he does get one cannon, but he's taking a lot of damage on these wings. He has to pull back a little bit. He also has to try to get that pylon so he can unpower the cannon right there. But it looks like he does not have enough for the pylon there. It's only at half health, but I don't think he's going to be able to finish this off with those 4 lanes there. It would be very close. So he does lose all his lanes right there, but he's going to send 4 more to go and snipe it. But I believe that pylon in the back is going to be really powered still. So he does have a Cybermaze core up. So he could be transitioning out. He has a Zealot here trying to suck up some damage. So he's going to sneak out some damage, or he's going to try to get the pylon in the back again. But this pylon here is going to finish up, so it's going to be kind of futile. At this point, he needs to make a spine. Yeah, there's a spine right there. And those lings are not going to really help at all. They just keep dying, so he's kind of, at this point, kind of throwing them away. But he doesn't really have any gas income here, so you can't really get those Ravagers to pop the pylons or the cannons. So he's chrono boosting, Xenador is chrono boosting Zealot or Stalker here to get some poke damage. Crosshair is gonna go for sight for that pylon. He's making sure that he's too trying to help that, but it was unfortunate. Fortunately, that was not able to destroy that pylon there. But he does get the pylon. Xenador is going to keep making pylons, so it's going to be really difficult to shut down this entire production here. And the shield battery's up, so it's going to be really difficult to take down the Stalkers to keep refilling the shields. Is there It's a problem with this stream or problem with the match? 'Cause right now I'm lagging. Oh, looks like the my game crashed. Uh-oh. That's not good. Game crashed. So I'm gonna try to get the game back up. I don't know what happened here, but kind of lagged out, I suppose. It's very unfortunate. Hopefully this isn't. Hopefully my computer can still play this game. Alright, so I'm trying to log back in. Alright. So it was not looking really great for the Zerg player. He didn't have any roaches out. He couldn't really deal with the from like what I saw right there, he couldn't really deal with the pylons, and then eventually the Protoss had shield batteries to deal with like the ongoing wings going on, trying to like surround the pylons and such. But yeah, just he didn't have any gas income. Like he didn't even use the one Vespian geyser that he had. The second one was stolen, so he really couldn't deal with that. So he had to honestly rely on those lings to deal damage on those pylons. But although he did get a couple of pylons, like the Protoss had some backup pylons, and he couldn't really get those in the back. So in the end, he was kind of like throwing away lings. We should have been maybe building up to roaches, but yeah. So it looks like they're still in game. See if I can pull up the match history of that. No, I can't. Pull up last game. Yeah, I just really wonder how he's still in this game. It's gonna look really bad. It looked like he was just only making lings, unfortunately. Oh, one base against one. So yeah, both sides are really committed to dealing damage to one another, but the Protoss had like a lot more aggression. Like he was in the front door of the Zerg, but he was still on one base. But still having that aggression really kind of pressures the the Zerg to deal with that and commit more resources to dealing with that. Still waiting for the game to finish, so. Hmm. Yeah, I was not expecting that cannon rush though. Like, well, I mean, that pylon placement kind of did give it away, but I just didn't. I just kind of didn't look. My bad, but yeah, didn't expect that. And I don't think the Zerg did as well. Yeah, kind of got him off guard. Should probably play some music just to fill this like empty space, but you know, let's see.
Step by step, the clock is ticking, but there's no time for to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon. Just to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
All right, looks like their game is done. So. All right. So. Looks like that was game. Not too sure who won here. Let's see the match history. So Xenador looks like he did win. Yeah, he didn't have that army supply. It was just drastically lower. And as well as workers, like he had way more workers than HATT Crosshair here. Even upgrades as well. Just the sky's over him. But yeah, looks like that is a tie score right now. 1-1. Yeah. Let's add more minerals. Alright. Yeah, so that game lasted about 17 minutes. 17:46. So yeah, that was a really long game. I think I disconnected around maybe the 10-minute markish. Started dipping down right there. Not too sure, but Yeah, it was really rough for the Zerg. His army supply kept dipping. It's unfortunate. So the remaining maps are Garrison Rift, Eternal Youth, King's Cove, and Dragonshire and Triton. So, alright. Hopefully this time my game won't crash. And so we're gonna be playing on Eternal Youth. Alright. Game's about to start. Alright. Eternal Youth. Guess the attack path goes like that. Alright. So let's see if Xenodor or Sloacid can bring their team to the lead. It's a 1-1 right now. So on the top side of the map, we have HGTT Sloacid playing the cyan color, and on the bottom side, we have Sayax Xenodor. It's playing with the yellow color. So does seem like he's gonna position his pylon down there. Places his pylon right next to the ramp. And he's gonna send that probe over there. And over here, just looks like possibly standard play. So he's gonna send his worker down for the expansion in 17. So he is going to start a forge, so it looks like he's going to be doing what he did last game, so it's going to be cannon rush. So let's see, wonder where that probe is. He sends one probe. Oh, so he sends it around the side here. He's going to go for that second base here on the ramp. So it looks like he is trying to look like Celeste is slightly suspicious of any cannon rush, so he does check around. So he does get his pull out now. And he gets the gas. So he might go for a gas steal again, or not. But it does not seem he knows about it. So here comes the second probe here. Gonna place down cannon, but he's just trying to buy time, just trying to divert his attention here. So now he's gonna place photon cannon right there. That's the gas guys, and he's gonna set up the gateway. So right now he's gonna see it. And yikes. So he's gonna chase this probe around, but he might try to wall himself off now. But alright. So the probe is still up and about. Just keeping that drone on him. So he's gonna make a spine crawler here to defend against that. So the cannon is not in range, so he's gonna put another cannon, 2 cannons in the front here. So now he has 2 wings out. He's going to try to maybe wall up right here. He's protecting the pylons here. But he'll be targeting the photon cannon. And that's the pylon. He's Does cancel the cannon. He gets pylon too, and the spine crawler is ready. And he's starting to attack the boat town that's really far up. Queen's out here as well. So he's gonna get that second spine crawler to help with the defense. So he is also setting. Xenodor is gonna set up 2 more cannons on the bottom here. So, the big gas field too. Sorry, just gotta mention that. So he is trying to break that so we can get the gas income too. For the roaches. So there is a zealot out on the field right now. He's going to attack on the spore crawler or spine crawler out. And he's baiting the queen. Take some damage. Ooh, the zealot is probably gonna die right here. It's not reacting yet. There's a cybernetics core, as well as a roach warren. So he is trying to go bust out of his contain here. So he needs to position back the spine crawler. Doesn't want to lose that. It's really important. So he also is getting shield battery here too. Just like last game, but he doesn't have the stalker out yet. Oh, but he does go for the robo facility. So he knows he's gonna have those roaches out now because he took out the Vespian geyser, the assimilator. Yeah. And so he's getting ready for that. So you can have some mortals to counter the roaches. So 3 roaches or 6 roaches are out now, and he's morphing them right now. So I don't think the robo facility is gonna get the mortal out in time. He's very close. He only has that 1 pylon tower though, not 2 soon. And he needs to get more pylons up. He wants to keep this up. He's just gonna lose that pylon right there. Unpower 1. So he still has that 1 pylon in the back. Or these 2 pylons right here to charge this over here. So he's gonna go for the lair here. That spine is going to be really low. So he's just trying to poke that spine. Try to get some free damage here. So pull back. So shield batteries. Running pretty low on energy here. Does kill one of his own lings with the bile. But he gets a couple more Ravengers. But the Immortal is halfway done. Almost done actually. And yeah, he's starting 2 at a time. So he's going to really start countering this. But he needs to get more shield batteries. Yeah, there's one right there. And both shield batteries are they're out of energy right now, so the damage he takes, it's going to be dead. So he's going to take back a little bit. She doesn't use that immortal. She uses that immortal and have some pressure on the roaches. So just pull him back a little bit. He's going to wait for the shield to recharge. He's getting 5 more roaches, and he's getting 2 more immortals. So these Ravengers are really low. Using them. Forcing him back, so there's no more spine crawlers on the field for him. And he is getting a slow ass. He's gonna go for the spy attack here. So look at the roaches, but more roaches are out anyway. I'm just gonna start taking damage onto the naturals over there. The Immortals are just doing so much damage to the roaches and Ravagers, but he has to pull back for a little bit just to make sure he has his shields to deal with them. So when I'm using any of them, because that one is really low in the front, so he has to pull it back. That one Ravager is really low. Getting that hatchery all the way down to half. And that queen is about to start. Oh, he does kill 1 Immortal. Almost try to pick off that queen, but the queen's gonna go pull back for the fight. And he's starting 1 more Immortal. And 6 mutas are on the way as well. So he's gonna be able to clean up some of this Immortal if they get too close. Or we can send them over to the other side. Get this undefended mineral line here. So he does clean out the Ravengers. So he does clean out the base as well. So he's gonna be stuck on 1 base right now. He has to wait until those mutas are out to deal with these immortals that are gonna be possibly charging in front of his main base right now. So, oh, he's in cannon range too, so he's gonna do a lot of damage. Just take all that stock and he wants to get, and he doesn't want to lose any of those Mutalisks. So he does lose one Muta, and looks like he's gonna get a War Prism, so he's gonna do some immortal drops onto his base. And so, yeah, so Slow Acid is gonna go for the counter attack here. Gonna go get the base here, the undefended mineral line. So, no spine collars here. Defend. So he can almost die here. He's just trying to take out his base as fast as possible. So he has to pull all the drones to make sure he doesn't lose that base. And he has some of the mutas to help. And he's trying to get that surround. Ooh, nice surround. So he's in, oh, but he has the War Prism to do some drops with him. Oh, but the mutas are gonna kill the War Prism, so they can't really do that anymore. And he does. He's about to clean up this last immortal. Ooh, but he's getting into the cannon range as well, so he's used quite a bit of mutas. However, he did save his base, and he got many of those immortals. So I think he just go across the other side and start doing some damage, because he's gonna start one cannon, and he's getting more lings. So he's gonna try to. I don't think he can clear that out really. It's gonna be really difficult. But oh, so it looks like Xenodor is gonna go for the extra pylon in the front, try to leap forward here. So it looks like, yeah, he's gonna go. Celeste is gonna go over here into the mineral line here and start wiping out the economy. So yeah, he only had one cannon, and that wasn't even really finished. So it looks like he's shutting down the mining here. That's really rough. So he is trying to attack the natural. So he's just wiping out the entire probe here. So he has to evacuate his probes and go somewhere else. So he doesn't really have the minerals to make a second base. So it looks like he has to go. Oh, he did make a base here, right here next to the all of his production, I guess. So he's gonna put them all over here, and he is getting damage onto the second base again. So boosting another stalker. The mutas, but he is baiting them towards the cannon range. So there is the muta block. He's gonna come back to defend. He's gonna snipe that stalker right there. Oh, but he can easily take out the second base here. He's targeting the larva. Doesn't really want him to get the doesn't want Celeste to get more mutas out. So he's gonna move his spine crawlers to the front, try to take out some of the extra pylon right there, and potentially get some damage onto the cannons. So he does kill the base. Very close to each other. So he gets one spine crawler. So he does charge into the cannon range again. And he uses quite a bit. But mutas, they heal up really fast. So should be fine. And he's gonna snipe this base, doesn't get to cancel. And then he's sending his mutaflock over to the other side again. But he also got a carrier overlord to drop off one drone to make a base out in the front, where his fourth would have been. So he's trying to go finish off this base here, kill off any probes that are just lingering around here. So he's gonna move forward. Kill some more spines again. So he's gonna kill this base here. Kill the queen almost. But yeah, he sees that the mutas aren't here, so let's play a little bit safer. Doesn't know if they're staying in the back or not. Or actually not. Never mind. They're in the base. Never mind. And so he's trying to charge up to the ramp here. just gonna try to get the Cybernetic score. And I don't think he knows about that secret base he had. So he is trying to drop. You know, the Zerg is trying to drop off some of the drones here, trying to get some winners. It's gonna be running out soon. Like, there's a couple patches left, and he is getting that +1 upgrade for flyer attack. So he is trying to establish himself in the economy again by getting that second base and transferring workers. Whereas, you know, Xenodor is kind of stuck on 4 drones here and on that base. So they clear out everything here. So this is all he has left here. So now he sees it. Now he sees that the base is taken here. And he's transferring workers. And so he rallied it over here to see. Took the corner base as well. So Mutaflok does try to go in. And go for the snipes on the pylon. That pylon was undefended. That's not really good. And this way this middle line is probably going to be undefended as well. So he has to pull back into the range as well. And he calls it. Very interesting. He went for the cannon rush again. These HTT, he knew about it. He was suspicious earlier. Like he sent that drone, the scout, any secret pylons or anything. But unfortunately, like it wasn't where he expected, and eventually he just got punished for that. You know, he was leapfrogging forward a little bit. He tried to, and then when he had those roaches out, he started doing some really good damage. But then the Immortals started getting snipes off and like killing all the Ravengers eventually. But he was able to stall long enough to get that the Mutalisk out to start cleaning up and like making sure Protoss doesn't push forward onto his ramp. So that Mutaflok did do a lot of damage on the on his mineral line at home. Fortunately, he didn't have any defenses. Like by the time he realized this Mutaflok going for him, he only had 1 photon cannon coming up, and so that really wasn't helpful because he just cleaned it up, and that mineral line apparently just suffered. So he had to take that base that was really close to the Zerg, and that's so Calcia. Lost right here. So we have the next map here. All right. All right. Looks like it's gonna be a TVZ matchup here. So, HGTT is in the lead by 1, so the score is 2-1. Yeah. So, trying to see if everyone's ready or not before this game gets started. Oh, slight issue. Kinda left the party. Wasn't ready, I guess. Yeah, looks like he crashed, yep. So now we gotta wait. Hopefully we'll be back in time. But looks like the map's gonna be King's Cove. Guessing it's one of the new maps. Haven't really played this as well, but love to see how this would work out. So it did look like it was gonna be a TVZ matchup. So in the recent patch they did change like Terran. So they do require, like, if you can't go like into Cyclones really early on, you need a tech lab. and so it's gonna be quite an investment. So, and then something different with the Cyclones too. I think I'm not really sure, like the damage output maybe, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And also the Thor change too. So Muta's gonna be a bit more viable in strategies in the TVZ matchup as well. Oh. He has issues in the menus. Alright, looks like gonna be starting real soon. Hopefully there's no internet issues. Oh, actually looks like it's gonna be a ZVZ. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Wasn't able to pick because he was lagging. Alright, so here we go. This map is King's Cove. Alright. Mm-hmm. Alright. This game is taking quite a bit to load. Let's see. It's taking quite a while. So let's read chat for a little bit. So let's see. Equation. Oh, looks like we lagged out again. So looks like we have to restart this. Very unfortunate. So Equation says, on one hand, Xeno's winning with this build. On the other hand, it's disgusting. I don't know how I feel about this. Well, no one likes getting cannon rushed. It's kind of feels really bad. 'Cause usually people would just shun you or something, you know, because like you lost to such a cheesy strat, you know. But yeah, it is getting wins, so you can see that kind of dissonance. So yeah. Let's hope this works again. Doesn't that be a little bit unfortunate? Gotta get those games in. Alright, let's hope this doesn't lag out again. Back to this screen. Hopefully it doesn't take this long to load up this game again. Or hopefully it doesn't lag out. Alright, there you go. Let's almost everyone's loaded in. Yeah, okay. So on the bottom right we have HTT Slow Acid here playing the cyan color from last game, and we have Karen Karen Saex. You're gonna go for a pool first, playing with the purple color. So it's gonna go for that 12 pool. So purple's gonna go for a 12 pool. It's gonna be an aggressor on this early game. And let's see what Celeste's gonna do. He's gonna go for the pool first. Or he's gonna go for the 17 hatch. So looks like he doesn't have his gas out yet. So he's not gonna get that link speed really fast. So let's see. Okay, so he is gonna go for the 17 hatch. So his pool is gonna be slightly off, or not out in time to possibly deal with like the 6 lings that be rallied across from him. So yeah. So now he does take the gas, so he's gonna have that gas a little bit later, and he's gonna be rallying his drone to get the next hatch. It's very interesting to see that he went for a 12 pool and to get the hatch out right there. Normally I would see it was commitment to like lings, spending that 300 minerals on lings, but well, he does have like 8 lings out, so he's gonna be trying to get the second base here. But yeah, doesn't really look like he suspects anything right now. So the lings are gonna be coming up here onto the ramp. Pretty sure you avoided all the overlays here, so he doesn't have the reaction to deal with that. So, oh, he lets the base finish, so he's gonna be able to possibly snipe this base. He doesn't have any wings out. He has a drone right there going to be rallied right there to its death. Oh, he should be able to be sniping the base. So he's gonna send the drones out to defend this base and hold out for a little bit. So he does get 2 drones here, and then he lets 2 lings finish. But he's gonna be able to almost kill those lings. So they're fighting on the ramp right now. 4 lings versus what is it, like 9 lings or 10 lings here. 12 now, sending more. Being rallied across. So it looks really bad for Slow Acid here. He's about to lose his base as he's stuck here. And he only has one spine crawler here in the zone line. And speed here. So we started, and he's gonna get the Baleen Nest. Whereas now K-Warren is gonna go for the link speed. It's like halfway done. And he doesn't have any saturation on second base. So essentially it's 1 base versus 1 base here. So he has some lings out. And looks like K-Warren's gonna have the link speed faster than him, but he's gonna have a Baneling Nest out, so he's able to possibly zone out some of those lings that be coming in. So it looks like it's to be commitment to the ling attack with some Banes and mix. So a pack of lings are be going on the bottom here, trying to go for that damage here, and also on the top. So I think he might be able to see it. And here's the big fight here on the ramp. Oh, he does get this around. Oh, he gets this around on them. He kills them. And that is game. He did win the wing battle. So yeah, that was a very interesting game. You know, he purple, he did go for the 12 pool, so he did have that early game aggression. And then unfortunately, Slow Acid, he wasn't able to see that, or he saw that and it was too late. He let the base finish, so he couldn't really cancel the base, so he had to commit to defending it. And fortunately, he couldn't be able to hold off the aggression. He lost the base, so that was 300 minerals down the drain right there. So but the Baneling Nest, while it did finish, but he didn't have any Banes out on the field, so you couldn't really zone them or zone the lings, the purple slings. So like he couldn't get the couldn't really use his advantage against him because he didn't have the advantage. He didn't have those Banes out. So yeah, he snipes that base. It's kind of rough. He only had one spine crawler, and it was in the mineral line. But he took a really bad fight. He lost all of his lings. And yeah, he got purple got the surround off, unfortunately, and just won the fight. Once you lose your army, and a wing flood is inside your base, that's what it's gonna be game. Yeah, just if you had those banelings, possibly could have held it off a little bit longer enough to get to get some more banelings out and just take good fights and good trades. Yeah. So we're waiting for the next game here. Not sure who's up next, but let's see. Most of these games today are mostly just Jesus, as I noticed. Just Cannon Rush and then just a 12 pool. Yeah. So, let's see. Oh. So it looks like they're picking the first master, so not sure which team they're talking about, but probably HTT. Makes sense as we have Syx, Caterhorn here. So master versus master. It's gonna be an interesting game. A lot of things going on. A lot of strategy involved. Not to say that diamonds don't have strategy, but they just, they have, masters just have more insight and more rote rehearsal on that. So they're able to automatically and look for small, minute things that maybe diamonds wouldn't catch. Like maybe look at the map more, or pull out some, unconventional strategies on to play. Maybe a cheese, maybe proxies. That'd be very interesting to see. Alright, looks like we have, HGT Master here. So we do have 4 maps remaining, or 3 maps remaining. So we have Kerosene Rift, Dragonshire, and Triton. So this looked like it was. Alright, so the overall score right now is 2-2. So it is tied right now, and let's see if we're able to see if either team is able to pull in this victory, or get a score advantage, rather. Alright, so my bad. So we are gonna go on to Triton. Let's see. It's gonna be a TVZ. Alright. Game is about to start. Let's see. Triton. It's like a very interesting map here. path here? Are these like rocks or anything? Alright. So it's going to be a TVZ matchup here. Music Triton. Let's hope Careworn doesn't have another, lag issue again. That'd be a little bit unfortunate. Alright, so looks like we're in. Alright, we have on the bottom right corner, we have Sayax Careworn from last game, playing with the Simulant skin and purple color. Over here we have Panix representing HTT with the red color. So let's see if Careworn's gonna go for another 12 pool here, potentially. Actually, no, never mind. It's too late. Can't do the 12 pool right now. It's already committed to the 2 drones. Possibly looks like standard play to me almost. Depends on what he gets. Either the pool first, or you can go for the natural. Looks like he's gonna opt for the natural here. So yeah, nothing too weird or out of place right now. Gonna be sending the SUV out to scout. So you see this pool right now. Yep, here comes the pool. Alright. So it's gonna be a hatchery first, so he's gonna be going for that more macro side of the game. And so he's gonna Panic's gonna have the Reaper out coming soon. So now he sees that he went for the hatch first. He's gonna go inside the natural and confirm that his pool is there and such. See if he's gas or not. And yeah. So Careworn says this is a nice map. Panic's replying with why. Possibly why, like as in why the question why, or possibly yes. I'm not sure. Saying that last time during the ready session. Ready up. And he's gonna have a factory out, so possibly a 1-1-1. It's a second gas here. He comes as a Reaper going inside the second base. Sees the wings. Needs some nice kiting here. Oh, he got cornered right there. He can't really jump off, so he's gonna get taking some damage. Oh, really low. Oh, 5 HP. Wow, that was so lucky right there. And he doesn't have. He's not starting link speed here, and he pulls off 2 drones from the gas. So he's gonna go for more lings, I guess. So yeah, it is a 1-1-1 here. Oh, he's gonna go for the Hellions possibly. Or maybe Widowmine drops. I'm not too sure. So we do have the third base here halfway. Reaper's gonna come in around and see. Oh, but he has a pack of wings ready just to go jump on the Reaper. Let's get it to half HP right there. Let's see. He does have a Creep Queen starting. And no speed still. Very interesting. So we do have the Hellions here, and we do have the Tech Lab starting to get the stim up later on. Yeah, but he's really not sure where the Reaper is right now. Yeah, but if he had that Reaper, he can go in and do some damage with the Hellions. Blooping the queens all around. So the third base is up. He's gonna have quite a couple of queens here. So I have 3 queens, but 2 of them are in production. So there's the Reaper right there. The stim is up. So there is a Viking trying to snipe down that Overlord. So he does see that there is a starport here, and he sees that the factory is gonna have a reactor on it, an extra barracks. bad. So it looks like I muted my mic. My bad, guys. So yeah, looks like he's ready for another attack, and so he does reposition his third base over to the fourth side, and so he's getting ready for the other attack here. So he does have a drop right there, and he also has another drop right here, clearing out some creep, and he's able to clear it out. So these Ravagers had to stay back for a little bit. So this is just buying more time for him, buying more time for the Terran to get set up and get more tanks out and get ready for another push. Just trying to keep the reserves on his toes for a little bit. Yeah, he's a little bit on the back foot here. Just because Zerg has 4 bases up. Oh, he does get the medevac right there with four Marines in there. He's gonna snipe another Overlord and a couple of creep tumors. Too great. Yeah. Yeah. So he's gonna go snipe some Overlords too. These four Overlords here. The supply block on here is 143 out of 128. So more Overlords are gonna go down. And that's not good. He's not able to produce, so he has to produce Overlords instead of producing more army units. But he does have 13 Banelings inside of his composition here. So he's able to possibly wipe up his bio army here. But 4 tanks are going to be set up here. So now, Purple's going to see, Zerg's going to see this. And he's going to wipe out the tanks here. Uses those links to bait the attention of the tanks there, but it looks like there's not enough to use his full army here. He has a couple Banes in the back. He does. Oh, he snipes his Banelings. He doesn't need to split. And he gets a little roll piece. Wipes out the last of the army right there. And it does call GG. HTTT. It's up 3-2. Yeah, that game. And Zerg definitely had a lead in army, especially in that 6-minute mark. But like he was getting a lot of aggression going off and such. But like the Terran was able to keep him on his toes so that he wouldn't be able to attack him as early because he wasn't really ready to deal with the army. So he had those drops, like getting the attention of the Zerg, trying to deal with that, so you can get that tank. You can get like a couple of tanks out, and be able to push. And so, unfortunately, the biggest drop right here is at the 12-minute mark. The Zerg couldn't really deal with the bio army in the back that was defending the tanks for a little bit. I mean, he did lose his tanks, but fortunately, the Zerg did not. I guess he forgot a couple of those Banelings in the back with the Hydras, and like without those Banelings, there was a lot of that extra like damage to deal with the splash damage, the bio tank. It just ended him because he just was able to walk through, stim in, kill the bases, snipe them, and then the Zergs had to call off because he had no army to really back off or fight off the Terran aggression. But yeah, but those Spore Crawlers is really cool, especially when he sniped the medevac. That was actually amazing. Yeah, it was really great because the Terran was able to push off the push some of the creep away, and just, like I said, keep the attention of the Zerg. And yeah, and a couple of mistakes I saw were just some of the Overlords being out of position. Like he rallied, like it's probably because he rallied the troops over there earlier, and then he just also Overlords go there, so he didn't really cue them to go to a safe location. So he did get supply capped, and that kind of led to the army being really low. So like he could have had potentially more of an army, but unfortunately the supply block was just really drastic, and it did not really help him in this case. So Yeah, that engagement. Like if you had those banelings there, would have been a different story possibly. All right. Also, let me look at the workers. So yeah, so Zerg was up in workers too, but unfortunately that army wasn't able to deal with the other army. Like he did take the fight, but not the best fight. Like he didn't have those banelings. Like, hmm. All right. Race. Alright, so we have Sykes Truth now. And Panics. So 2 Masters player again. Both Master 1, so almost like GM. Master remaining are Kerrison Rift and Dragonshire. So let's see. Let's see who's gonna pick. So like I said, 3-2 in favor of HTT. As they're going to decide the map for this next match. Yeah, unfortunately I did mute my mic earlier on. Yeah, wasn't informed till like the middle of the game. We're almost ended, so that kind of really sucked right there. You know, I had some great points, not gonna lie. Feel a little ashamed and a little embarrassed about not being able to give you guys some commentary. Kind of must have been kind of awkward, but you know, here I am now, making sure I don't mute my mic without forgetting about it. So we're waiting for the last person to accept. Looks like Panics. Just gonna wait for a little bit. I don't think they picked the maps out yet either. So I think they're trying to decide a map right now. Or actually I think they did, but just didn't say it. It's only it's 2 maps, so I'm gonna say it's probably Kerrison Rift. That'd be pretty cool. Sounds really cool. But we're still waiting for Panics here. Possibly an error, like a game crash. Yeah, everyone's a little bit confused here. Oh, there we go. So now he's ready. Oh, so it's gonna be Dragonshire. Oh. No, that was a 50-50 right there. This map looks very interesting. These rocks. Some ramps here. Alright, so on the top side, we have Sykes Truth playing the orange color. On the bottom, we have HTT Panics playing the red, representing HTT. So it's a TVT matchup. So Not really sure what the exact meta for this is, but possibly seeing some Woodomite drops. And that's very common now. Maybe a proxy. I don't know. But he doesn't. Neither one of them has sent out two or one out there. So it looks like it's gonna be slightly standard. Maybe 1-1-1. So, alright, Truth does position his barracks in the back instead of being inside the wall. So I wonder what he's planning to do. So Panix is also going for the 2 gases really early on. So, oh, also both of them are actually. So Panix is gonna send out an SUV to go scout, whereas Truth is not gonna really send out any SUV out to go scout. So let's see. So the barracks are about to finish. So it's like pretty standard right now. So he has that SUV ready to make that factory. And yeah, both of them making factories at the same time. Perfectly normal. He realizes that he doesn't have the command center right down there. So he's going to go possibly delay this SUV that's making the supply depot. Now he just backs off. So he's going to send the Reaper because he knows... Or he pulls back the SUV because he knows the Reaper's about to finish. So, yeah. The Reaper is out. But this Reaper... Oh, he's taking another Reaper, so he's going to make 2 Reapers. And he's trying to look for the SUV that's, like, on the map. So yeah, it's a 1-1-1 here. Yeah, he's gonna have those tanks out early on, and Panix is gonna have the Hellions out to go for the attack, and he's gonna go make the command center here on the bottom. So yeah, they both make 2 Reapers here. So yeah, Reapers are getting ready. Oh, he's making the Cyclones. Yeah, so you do need a tech lab now to make those Cyclones. You can't really make them early on, but yeah. Without the add-on. So here comes the Hellion and 2 Reapers. So the Cyclone will probably finish by the time it gets over here. By the time the attack comes over. So these 2 Reapers will be guarding over here, and they're going to be seeing the Hellion. Oh, that Reaper is very low. Both Reapers are heavily bruised. And here comes the Cyclone here. And he does snipe the Reaper. So Truth is going to be starting the Banshee with the Cloak upgrade. And Panix is going to be starting the Starport as well. Let's see what he's going to go for. He's going to go for... Oh, he's waiting for the reactor, so he's going to do some drops. Potentially. So that Banshee's going to be out, and the upgrade's going to be halfway completed, so... Oh, here comes the push again. So he doesn't look like he has any defenses out here. So, and he has the door open. Oh my. Door's open, but he has 1 Cyclone to defend, so he's going to be able to kill that Hellion. And he does get the 2 Hellions, and he's going to possibly get this Reaper, but the Reaper's going to see the see what's going on here. So he does see the was Tech Lab with the Starport. So he does realize what's going to be happening, so he's going to be making those missile turrets. Make sure he can deal with the Banshee. And he also has a Viking out to chase down the Banshee if it gets away from range. So he's also starting a tech lab of his own, so he's going to be starting up that Raven to get some of that detection. So, he does find the Banshee, and let's see if the Banshee is going to be able to use the tech to early the Cloak. So he does use Cloak. He has to move those tanks back. We won't lose them to the Banshees, and the Cyclones are going to be rushing in. Oh my gosh, so he's the boys are going to do much. The Cyclones are very low. So he has to pull down his Viking to go kill those Cyclones. He does kill the Cyclones, but he does trade his Viking. And that Banshee is just doing damage on the supply depot, so now he diverts to the Whisper, I guess. Almost kills his own Banshee right there. Yeah, so he's starting up. He's almost done with it in the second Command Center. and he's gonna be starting up that reactor with the starport. So he's gonna try to supply block him. But he's gonna snipe. He's gonna try to snipe the siege tank here. So, and now he's starting +1 upgrade for Marines, Ground Army. Yeah, so he's gonna add on 2 more racks, as well as Truth is gonna add 2 more racks as well. So he's starting up the tank production now, and now he feels a little bit safer because he did take out the. Or he didn't take out. He killed one of them, but he didn't know there was a second one. So now he's delaying those 2 racks right there. And he's getting out of range of the scan there, so he's gonna get some more damage on these guys. It's not really good. So he's doing like 2 more gases, just 1 tank out, and those 2 Marines in time. And so right now he's following the Banshee. He does get the Raven out. So now he's restarting his 2 racks. Yeah. He gets that 3rd command center up. Truth has 3rd command center up. He's ready to put it down over here on the 3rd. So looks like he really halted his Marine production. Like the Banshee definitely delayed those 2 racks that he was trying to produce. So you can't really get those add-ons as quickly. Or he's gonna have to wait longer now. He's gonna opt for the 2 tech labs on these 2 barracks. So he's gonna go for possible Marines. Oh no, what was it? The Marauders with the upgrade. You gonna start the combat shields possibly. Combat shields with stim or concussive blast. So looks like, yeah. So he does do the stim and the combat shield at the same time. So he really wants to make sure he's not behind in those upgrades. So he does have 3 tanks out, and supply depots here. But he is supply blocked, so he needs to make those 3 depots. And he's scouting Marines too, just in case he sees any drops potentially coming over, or any 3rd or 4th, or any 3rd base, or yeah, any 3rd base here. So he's adding 2 more racks here, so it's gonna be 5 racks and a command center built. And yeah, so he's gonna be doing a little bit of scouting, see if there's any like Banshees on the way. Banshee like sitting out there, so he's gonna send out his 4 tanks and his Marines. So he's gonna be able to clean out nicely here. But it looks like Orange or Truth is gonna be here, just out in the front, thinking about possibly moving out. So he's establishing his 3rd base right here. It's looking really well. So he's gonna move out a little bit, because he knows that possibly Red's gonna be moving out as well. So now he has to scan to make sure that he knows that he's gonna be moving out. So based on that scan, he's like, oh, he's not gonna move out, or he's gonna move out on the right side of the map. So he's just gonna be stationed right here. And he does place down the 3rd command center down. Yeah, he's gonna be increasing the tank production, and doesn't have these racks producing. Could be, it's not supply. Oh, he used supply blocks, so he needs to build. Yeah, 2 more supply depots. So they're gonna do scan battles to see if they're moving out or not. So they're trying to find each other's army, and he does see that the army is moving out, possibly on the right side. So he has to get ready. Here, let's see if he's going to be positioned for this next fight, possibly. So he does have 2 medevacs on the way too. And he's scouting Marines here. But he does have the sensor tower, so he's going to be a little bit more aware of the positioning. He doesn't need to waste scans on those to find where the army is going to be positioned. So now he's going to see where it is. And now it's going to be on his front door, and he's going to wait. And these tanks are going to be set up possibly. But he does set up the things faster than that. But he does get the anti-armor missile. He just wiped up the fire tank, and it's gonna be a tank battle. But there's 5 tanks versus 3. I don't think there's enough, and the tank and the Viking land too. To wipe out those tanks. However, he does not have much of an army left, or Red doesn't have much of an army left. He has 3 tanks set up right here, so it's gonna be well off. And he's sending more reinforcements via drops or medevacs. Let's be really cautious here. So here comes the reinforcements here. Drops off more tanks, drops more of those marines. And look at that tank right there. All you can see is the tank. And these SCVs will be pulled over and we gain VG Psy X. Yet another tie. So it's going to be 3-3. It was a great game indeed. Yeah. Well, Truth had his 3rd command center up and had more like mining on that 3rd base. Because Panix really started getting his command center like really later than him. So he didn't saturate it fast. Like, he didn't saturate it like Truth did. So when you have more economy, you usually have more of an army. And eventually he just overwhelmed him with the tanks. Although he had the Panix did have the armor missile or anti-armor missile, wasn't enough because the tanks couldn't beat the other tanks. Eventually they pull back. But the reinforcements were really great because he was able to push in and defend his tanks from getting like dropped on by like the medevacs and the marines inside. So yeah, I think he gets I think Panix gets the 3rd base up or landed in like 9 minutes, 9:30ish. So yeah, so he didn't have that mineral lead. So it is 3-3. Oh yeah. Oh, I guess the event's over? Sorry. Alright. My bad, I guess. Guess I'd mistracked this. Are we done, right? Well, so I think that was the end of the event, right? So yeah, so I have to go say my goodbyes here. So good game to both teams that played well. Thank you all the players that came over here, and thank you to the viewers who joined us today on this wonderful display of StarCraft. And we saw so many games, saw so many cheeses, and it was just great. You know? So I am Asian Pleb, and thank you for joining me today. And thank you. Have a good day. So when you have more economy, you usually have more of an army. And eventually he just overwhelmed him with the tanks. Although he had the Panix did have the armor missile or anti-armor missile, wasn't enough because the tanks couldn't beat the other tanks. Eventually they pulled back. But the reinforcements were really great because he was able to push in and defend his tanks from getting like dropped on by like the by the medevacs and the marines inside. So yeah, I think he gets. I think Panix gets the third base up or landed in like 9 minutes, 9:30 ish. So yeah, yeah. So he didn't have that mineral weed. So it is 3-3. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I guess the event's over. Sorry. Alright. My bad, I guess. Guess I missed